Hello everyone, welcome to Frotela. In this episode, let's see what is programming and let's try to understand it by starting from a non-software perspective and let's take a real world scenario and write a program for it. So what is programming? We often hear this term, programming, like a programmer building a mobile app, or in movies, there is a guy wearing a black t-shirt writing some ones and zeros on a green screen. But the programming is not just reserved for software. It is in our everyday lives and we do it every day. It's like writing steps on how to perform a task or planning our day. After waking up, I brush my teeth, bath, get ready, go to a theater, watch a movie, and make some decisions in the evening. These are all some series of steps. Giving these steps to a computer is called software programming. Now let's see more about software programming and what it can do. I'm Gupta Pandiri and you're watching Frotela. In software sense, programming is giving those instructions to a computer on performing a task like writing the process which happens in the background while booking a movie ticket. So what can we do with the programming? There's a lot that we can do. We can build games, develop mobile applications, websites. You can also program robots by using the tools like Arduino. And there is even a program inside the remotes that we use to change a TV channel. They can be implemented in self-driving cars. And the current $1 billion ideas like Facebook, Zomato, Ola, Uber, and Airbnb are based on this software programming. So how can we tell a computer to perform a specific task? Unlike humans, computers can't understand the languages like English, Hindi, or Telugu. They can only understand binary language, consists of only ones and zeros. We can write those instructions with the help of programming languages like C, C++, Java, Python, and there are many other programming languages. Internally, they convert our instructions into machine and binary code. Just like the grammar and punctuation in normal languages, programming languages also do have those rules and we call it as syntax. We must follow the syntax while writing those instructions or else the computer won't understand us and throw some red lines called errors. Just like the concepts in grammar, we also have some programming concepts like variables, conditions, loops, etc. Once you're familiar with them, programming becomes very simple. Let's see some of those concepts in this video with a simple daily life example. So let's take this scenario where we have to go to a supermarket and buy some vegetables. So we have a list on what to buy. In our list we have 1 kilogram of carrots, 1 kilogram of potatoes, 2 kilograms of tomato, 1.5 kilograms of onion, and 250 grams of green chili. With the vegetables, we also want to buy some fruits. But due to the lockdown, the supply of blueberries is very less. That during some days, blueberries are not available in the store. So we have a condition. If there are blueberries, buy 500 grams of blueberries or else buy 500 grams of cherry. Now we have our list. So let's write a program to go to a supermarket and to buy our vegetables and fruits. Now you're watching my laptop screen and I'm using Visual Studio Code to write the program. You can also write the program in Notepad, but I suggest you to use the tools like VS Code or Sublime Text as they help a lot by color coding our program and making it easier to read, and also by providing a lot of tools like Live Server, Code Completion, and many more. Let's know about them in detail as we go through. And we are using JavaScript as a programming language to write our program as it has a very simple syntax and it's very easy to get started. I'm creating a new file by clicking on the plus icon on the left and naming it as vegetable program.js. The .js is called an extension and for every programming language it has its own extension. For Java it is .java, for C it is .c, and for JavaScript it is .js. And initially we have around 1000 rupees with us. So I'm creating a variable to store the initial money. So I'm using the keyword called var and I'm naming it as initial money equal to 1000. I'm zooming a little, and as we have stored in our memory that we have around 1000 rupees with us, we are telling the same to the computer to store it in a memory. So a variable is like a container to hold some value. It can be anything, and we are holding this 1000 value in this initial money. The initial money is the name of a variable which holds the value 1000 in it. And I am also declaring some variables to enter the quantities of the vegetables we need, so we need carrot. So I'm creating a variable with the name carrot quantity, and we need 1 kilogram of carrots, so I'm giving it as 1 and ending it with a semicolon. And var potato quantity equal to, we also need 1 kilogram of potato, so I'm giving it as 1. And var tomato quantity equal to 2, we need 2 kilograms of tomato. And var onion quantity equal to 1.5, we need 1.5 kilograms of onion. And for the green chili, we only need 200 grams of green chili, and here we are taking in kilograms, and for the green chili we only need 200 grams. As we know, 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams, so we can convert the 200 grams into kilograms by dividing the 200 by 1000. We also can perform some mathematical operations while declaring some variables. So this is called variable declaration. So the green chili quantity will store 0.2 in it, as we only need 0.2 kilograms of green chili. And I'm creating another variable called blueberry quantity is equal to, so it's the same, we need 500 grams of blueberry, so I'm dividing the 500 by 1000 to convert it into kilograms. So if the blueberry is not available in the supermarket, we need to purchase cherries, so I'm also taking the cherry quantity, where cherry quantity equal to 500 by 1000. So 0.5 is stored in cherry quantity and 0.5 is stored in the blueberry quantity. And now let's assume we are entering the supermarket. I'm just printing it out. Console.log entering supermarket. Until now we are writing some code, and let's see how will it look in a browser, or how will the output look in the computer. So to view the output, I'm creating an HTML file and naming it as index.html, and for the HTML the extension is .html, and clicking on enter. And as I've already told, the tools like Visual Studio Code has some inbuilt tools which will help us to give some boilerplate code, and I'm just making use of it to create a sample HTML document. And I'm giving the title as program to purchase vegetables, and I'm creating a script tag to include the JavaScript file that we have created, and giving it in the source attribute with, as it is in the same folder, I'm just giving it with a vegetable program.js, and I'm closing the tag. So now let's run this file and let's see how will it look. The Visual Studio Code has an extension called Live Server. You can install this live server by clicking on this extensions icon and searching for live server and click on install. As I've already installed it, it's showing me to uninstall. So I'm just making use of this live server by clicking on Ctrl Shift P and just typing live server and just clicking on open with live server. Now it will open a browser and run our program. I'm minimizing it. As you can see, it just displayed a blank page as we didn't give any HTML. So I'm giving h1 tag, which is a heading tag, and I'm writing program to purchase vegetables, and I'm saving it. Now you can see as soon as you save it, it will reload itself and shows me the output as we are using a live server extension. And I'm inspecting our page to see the JavaScript output. And I'm navigating to the console tab here. So as we're using console.log, it will log the output to the console. So logging in the sense, just printing the output to the screen. And we are assuming we are entering into the supermarket. So let's see how our variables like green chili quantity look like. Console.log, we can also print the variables with the help of the variable name. And I'm just copying the variable name and I'm pasting it here, saving it. You can see, as we have discussed, it is 0.2, and let's see how will the blueberry quantity look like. And I'm saving it. You can see it is saying 0.5. I'm removing them as we know the values in it. So we are entering the supermarket. So what do we do once we enter the supermarket? We look at the vegetables or the fruits, and later we look at the price board to see the prices of them. And you can see the price board and you can see the price of carrots, which is 25, and potato 21, tomato 12, onion 25, green chili 34, and you can see there is an NA for blueberries, which means it is out of stock as we have expected, and they have the cherries in stock for, and it is around 600. So these prices are for a kilogram and which are taken in rupees, which is the currency used in India. And I'm creating some variables to store the prices. I'm going back to the Visual Studio Code and I'm using var carrot price equal to 25, var potato price equal to 21, var tomato price equal to 12, var onion price equal to 25, and var green chili price equal to 34. And we are seeing, as the blueberries are not in stock, let's create a variable var equal to false. So now we are seeing another kind of variable which is other than number. So we call it as a boolean variable. So we have data types in the programming language, which means it identifies the content or the data that we are entering. So the 25, 21 Those are all numbers, and the false, it is a boolean type. The boolean type has true or false, and I'm entering the cherry price where price equal to 600, and I'm giving a semicolon. Let's create another variable to hold the total cost equal to, as we haven't calculated the total cost yet, I'm giving a 0. Now let's write a program to calculate the total cost. Now let's write the code to calculate the total cost, and I'm saving it in the same variable. Total cost is equal to, so we do multiplication to get the actual price of the 1 kilogram of carrots. So I'm giving it as carrot quantity multiplied with carrot price, and I'm adding the carrot price with the potato quantity and potato price. Potato quantity into potato price, and adding it with the another vegetable, which is tomato quantity into tomato price. I'm adding it with the onion too, onion quantity into onion price, plus green chili quantity into green chili price. Now we get the total cost for carrot, potato, tomato, onion and green chili. We haven't included this blueberry or cherry yet. Now let's find out how much it will cost for these items. I'm using another console.log statement to print our total cost, ending it with a semicolon, and I'm just saving it. So you can see it costed around 114.3 rupees to purchase these vegetables, and as we have a condition to buy cherries if the blueberries are not available. As the blueberries are not available, I gave it a false, and let's tell the computer to buy the cherries as the blueberries are not available. So I'm using an if condition and giving it as blueberry. I'm using a variable if blueberry total cost equal to total cost plus. So I'm entering the normal price of the blueberry too, where blueberry price equal to 600, and I'm adding the previous total cost with our new total cost plus. So I'm adding the blueberry price to the total cost itself, and I'm storing the new total cost here. So I'm adding the blueberry price too, blueberry quantity into blueberry price. If the blueberries are not available, then buy cherries. I'm doing the same to the total cost plus cherry quantity into cherry price. So our program will check if the blueberries are available. So as it is false, we are clearly mentioning the blueberries are not available. So instead of executing this line of code, our program will come here and execute this code and prints the output and calculate the total cost, and it saves in the total cost. And I'm console logging the total cost. Console.log total cost again, and I'm ending it with a semicolon, and I'm saving it. You can see our new price is 414. For better visualization, adding a text called total price, and I'm saving this. Now you can see the total price is 414.3 rupees. So here it is doing concatenation for the numbers. It added the numbers directly and gave the total output and gave the total cost. Just the same. It just concatenated the number and the string and printed the output. Now we have spent around 414.3 rupees. Now let's check the money we are left with. Where money, I'm creating another variable called money left equal to initial money minus total cost. So I'm just subtracting our initial money with the total cost in the supermarket, and I'm just saving it, and I'm just printing the money left. Plus money left. Now you can see we are left with 585.7 rupees. Now we can buy whatever we want with this money, or we can add this money to our savings. Congratulations, we have wrote our first JavaScript program to calculate the total expenditure to buy vegetables and calculated the money left. This is how programming a real life scenario looks like. And these are the basic concepts, even for building the complex applications. If you find this video helpful, please share it with your friends whom you can think can get benefited by watching this video. And subscribe for more cool content, as we are planning to cover all the programming concepts in our future videos. Thanks for watching. Team Frotela signing off.